Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. Got quite the crowd here this morning. Good morning good morning, Donna. I know it is freezing, freaking cold. I am so grateful to have at least half of my water working right now, but my hot water is working. Cold water not so much right now. And we were pretty diligent about keeping it running through the night. It still froze. Anyway, good morning, Josiah, from Las Vegas. I'm glad you made it to Las Vegas safe. I'll bet you don't have to deal with any water freezing problems in Vegas. It's going to be a cold day with Vegas freezes over. Good morning, Jan, coming in from Marietta. I hope you're having a fantastic adventure puppy sitting. It sounds like you are. Good morning, Susan, asking who stole the heat. And yeah, who did not pay the weather bill? I'm telling you, it wasn't me. I paid the weather bill. Good morning, Lauren, coming in from Paradise, and Dan from Buford. Good to see you guys here today. And good morning, Chris. Good to see you also here on the Wake Up Call. Thanks so much to everybody for being here. We are here today to say some good stuff about us, and it being Friday, we are also going to go through the cards for the week. So let's have some fun. Pepper has selected a card for me to pull today. She said this one is especially meaningful to her. So I'm looking forward to seeing which one it is and how I can support her today. It has been quite the week. We've had to do a lot of do a lot of new stuff, new parenting skills. I picked up a wonderful book. Whoop, there it is. The New Father, Dad's Guide to the First Year. This the book is written by the same guy who wrote the first parenting book that I read, which was called The Expectant Father, which was the guide to the first 9 months. It was so good. I'm like, you know what? Let's see what this guy has to say about the first year. And it's been very illuminating thus far. But yeah, lots of amazing stuff happening in my world. I hope that amazing stuff is happening in yours as well. So let's have some fun. Let's pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. These two magical words are here to really help us crystallize our focus. And in a world full of distractions, focus is a superpower. So let's have some fun. Let's pull a card and say that today I am adaptable. I am adaptable. I adjust easily to new situations. So I am adaptable. I adjust easily to new situations. Are you adaptable? You are adaptable. You adjust easily to new situations. I'm going to write that down in the comments and encourage you to do the same thing. That I am adaptable, and I affirm to myself and I affirm to you that I adjust easily to new situations. And boy, let me tell you, I found myself in a lot of new situations recently. And if we're being honest with ourselves, all of us regularly find ourselves in new situations. Maybe it's because we make a drastic life change, like moving to Las Vegas, or maybe we're having a kid. Maybe our lives seem like we're doing the same thing every day. And yet, even if we are doing the same thing every day, even if we're going to the same job, even if we're waking up in the same bed, the fact is that we are still in a new situation every day. Life is different. Life is different every day. And the main reason that life is different is because we are different. Because we are because we are dedicated to changing and growing and evolving and being new versions of ourselves. How could we do anything except see the world in a different way? How could we do anything except perceive the world in a different way? How could we therefore do anything except behave in a different way? And so therefore, even if the situations are familiar, they are still new situations. The people are different, the players are different, the situations themselves might seem like they are similar to the one that was there yesterday. Like I'm doing a wake up call today. I did a wake up call yesterday. I did a wake up call the day before that. However, this wake up call is unique. It's a different situation than every other wake up call that has ever been. And so when we realize that situations are always new, it helps us to overcome fear. It helps us to overcome the inaction that fear drives us to, because oftentimes fear does not manifest as that feeling in our chest where we quantify it as fear. Oftentimes it manifests itself as inaction, as being like, well, we just don't want to do any don't want to take an action right now because whatever I have, it might be worse than whatever I have right now. But when we realize that we are always in a new situation, it helps us to take those steps, to make those changes, to take those leaps of faith, understanding that when we take that leap of faith, the net will appear. It always has. It always has, and the evidence that it always has is in our lives right now. I would not trade the life that I have right now for the life that I had a month ago, or a year ago, or a decade ago. And I don't think that most of us would, because in the end, the wisdom that we've accumulated over the years has brought us to where we are today. And I've often thought to myself, well, if I'm, would I go back? If I could go back, what would I change? And there's a wonderful quote. I think it was Audrey Hepburn who said it, but I might be wrong. Don't quote me on this quote. But the person who said this quote said, "If I could go back and do it all again, I would make all the same mistakes, only sooner." And I think that really speaks to the human consciousness. I think that really speaks to how we do life. Is that, of course, we don't want to necessarily change our lives, but we would love to make all those same mistakes sooner so that we could go ahead and make new mistakes, new and exciting mistakes, and get further along than we were able to at the beginning. I don't know about you, but I spent years and years wasting my time wallowing in thought patterns that did not serve me. And so when I recognized my error, when I recognized my mistakes, I changed them. And that was what changed my life substantially. And so this is what makes me adaptable. And I adjust easily to new situations. I'm going to find myself in new situations today. You're going to find yourself in new situations today. And to the extent that we're able to adapt to these situations, that we're able to adjust to these situations, to that extent, we are going to win at life today. So I'm adaptable. You are adaptable as well. Let's go through the cards for the week. And once again, there's only 4 cards for the week because I still am adapting to new fatherhood. I was adapting to an emergency that came up earlier this week, and so I was and so essentially, there was one day at least this week where I haven't had a wake up call. But you know what? At some point here in the very near future, perhaps even next week, I'll have all 5 cards. But let's go through the cards for the week and see where the week took us, because I know I have had experienced tremendous growth so far, and I'm very curious as to see how much or how the cards have reflected in my life. But we started by affirming that we are present, that we claim our power here and now. And let me tell you, earlier on in this week, I needed this card. I felt like I was being pulled in every direction except the here and now. And of course, being a new dad, worry and concern about the future, about things I can't control. It was very nice for me to have that reminder that I am present. And that was something that truly set me up for success in the week, as I did claim my power here and now. When stuff came up, I was like, wait a minute, I'm the grown up. I can do this. I can deal with this. And I'm gonna. And I did. So the next card that we affirmed was that we are positive and that we bring out the best in people and situations. Well, how can we bring out the best in people and situations if we're not living in the situation, if we're not being present for it? And so the presence that I cultivated is something that allows me to have a positive outlook on life. I couldn't have a positive outlook when I was living in the future and I was worried about what was going to be. And I couldn't cultivate a positive outlook when I was living in the past and being concerned about all the things that I perceived as mistakes in my life. But let me tell you, living in the present really does allow me to bring out the best in people and situations. After which we affirmed that we are genuine, that we remain true to our authentic selves, and we do remain true to our authentic selves. Positivity is my authentic self. Whenever I find myself uh, slipping into negativity or slipping into bitterness, that's not really who I am. That's worry, that's fear, that's doubt, that's indecision. That's things that are ruling my life that I don't actually want to have ruling my life. And so when I focus on my genuine nature, it allows me to remain true to my authentic self, which is something that keeps me positive and of course allows me to live in the present moment. Today, we affirm that we are adaptable, that we adjust easily to new situations, and when we are manifesting as ourselves without trying to be somebody who we're not, it helps us to adjust to the new situations we find ourselves in. Because whether we like it or not, our authentic selves are the ones that brought us into these new situations, not who we're pretending to be. We don't end up in situations because we're pretending to be somebody. We end up in situations because of who we are. Of course, all of this stuff leads us to the Awesome Saturday card, which, as always, is that we are awesome. So let's recognize our inherent value and worth. I had a wonderful experience yesterday. I was I was picking up some of my old business cards from the truck, and I was and I grabbed a business card and I looked at this and I saw that somebody had written on it, and so I looked at it and somebody had written that you are awesome. Let's celebrate your inherent value and worth on the back of my business card. And I was like, wow, what a fun little thing. Somebody was riding in my car and saw that the business cards were there and then wrote that and then just kind of like stuck it in the pile and for me to discover later. What a lovely Easter egg. And so indeed, we are awesome. Let's recognize our inherent value and worth. And so anyways, guys, uh, going right back to the card for today, which is that we are adaptable, and and so we adjust easily to new situations. Let's adapt today. Let's adjust easily to new situations. Let's have some fun with those situations, and let's play with life today. No matter what happens, we have the ability to do really cool stuff, and so let's do that really cool stuff. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow at 11 a.m. We got an awesome Saturday service. So if you're interested in the more spiritual side of the wake up call, come on by for the awesome Saturday service tomorrow at 11 a.m. because I ain't waking up at 9 a.m. on a Saturday. No, thank you. And then, of course, on Monday, we'll come up with more of these cards. I want to say thank you to everybody who is here today. I know, let's see here. So good morning again to Donna and Josiah, Jan, Susan, Lauren. Good to see you guys here today. Good morning again to Dan and Chris and Shauna. And let's see here. Anybody else pop in? I think that is about it for today. So yeah, anybody else who's watching, I love you. I appreciate you. I care about you. And I think that you are amazing. So thank you guys so much for coming by. Like I said, I'll return tomorrow at 11 a.m., same channel. Hey, Mouse is here too. Hello, Mouse. Wonderful to see you here as well. But anyway, I'll return tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the awesome Saturday service. Come get some ass. It's amazing stuff. And then again on Monday at 9 a.m. we will come up with another one of these. So again, thank you guys for being here. I love you. I care about you. I appreciate you. I think that you are amazing. I believe that you have the ability to adapt to any situation that life throws you today. And I will talk to you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.